My beautiful YouTube family. Welcome. If this is your first time catching me live, just clearing our space here. And I just recorded, about a 40-minute message for members only for the Patreon community, subscribers only, and I still have all my decks out, and I didn't get a chance. I was running short on time last week, so it's been a couple weeks since I hopped on and tapped into the collective energies. Got a message for us here on YouTube, and I have a new tarot deck here too, so I'm excited to see what wants to come through for us, what I can tell the beautiful collective tuned in here. If you're just tuning in, you could say hello. You could let us know where you're tuning in from, share with us how you're feeling in these energies, whether you are hopping on live or catching the replay. If you're catching the replay, you can type replay below. And yeah, if something sings to you, resonates for you, like I said, if you want to see more of me, longer messages, further messages, you can join the Patreon community. Link for that is in the pinned comments below, as well as the description box. You can find it in a plethora of places. Most of my videos, it's linked somewhere. So yeah, let's just see. And if you're tuning in and you're hoping to receive a message that makes sense for your own life, you have a specific question, scenario, whatever, and you're hoping to receive some guidance, you can contribute to the wave, join our community here on YouTube, and you're more likely to receive a message that will make sense for you. You know, you could make an energetic request known, you could drop a comment, you could share the video, you could like the video, subscribe to the channel. These are all ways to contribute your energy. Plus, it helps get the messages out there, grow our community here. I appreciate it. It's a way for you to contribute without investing anything other than energy. So yeah, let's just see. What can I tell the beautiful collective here? Two of Cups. We love to see that. I tapped into, I think, 3 of our 4 tarot decks in Patreon, as well as other decks, but Two of Cups came through in Patreon as well, and I love this imagery. You know, the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies within us coming together, joining, coming from this integrated space. I just saw 222 here, but with that balance comes, you know, things in the external to reflect that balance we have created, sustained within, back to us, mirror back to us. You know, romantic connections, platonic connections, people to build with here. Yeah, to create these sustainable systems that allow, this is Page of Wands energy, freeing our spirit, saying goodbye to status quo, you know, being willing to break our own glass ceilings, and understanding as we free ourselves, right? We create pathways, energetic pathways, literal pathways for others to do so, to, you know, we allow others to feel more safe to do so. Those of us that make the changes initially, each one that makes a change after us, it will be made easier because of our willingness to be brave and go first, to be a trailblazer. What more can we know on this trailblazer energy? I also see the fire here in this Page of Wands. You know, that's Saturn and Aries, Neptune and Aries energy, which we are in. 10 of Cups coming from this space of inner fulfillment. Yeah, this is what truly allows us to free our spirit, is, again, releasing the status quo, determining what feels, you know, beneficial, helpful to us by way of resonance, by way of what inspires us, and understanding that that benefits all. What benefits one benefits all. What more can we know on that 10 of Cups energy? Queen of Swords, beautiful, protecting the egg, protecting this creation energy. Yeah, the divine feminine rising, being willing to say no more to the status quo, being willing to stop contributing to these destructive, toxic systems, being willing to untether ourselves from the illusions of the external, you know, these systems that we have been brought up in, that have been around for centuries, right? We're here to create the new, birth the new age. 2 of Cups and the Lovers both. Yeah, inner union leading to outer union here. And also, this is a solid foundation. Again, our masculine and feminine energy within, balanced. This is what allows us to feel safe, to free our spirit, to step away from those repeating cycles, to step away from what's toxic, to forge our own path, you know, not needing another to understand us. We understand ourselves, and we understand that is the true bag. People will always throw projections at what they don't understand, but it's not your work to explain it to them or get them to understand. No words will be able to speak to those, that will be able to connect with those that are at a lower level of consciousness. They will be unable to hear you because they believe they know the ultimate truth, right? And it's not our job to convince another. We are each allowed to have our own truth. And giving grace, yeah, knowing that our vulnerability is power, knowing that, you know, singing our own song, freeing our spirit, stepping away from the status quo, even if we are the only one doing so, even if you have to trek your own path individually, that is true strength. Willing to be vulnerable, willing to say, you know, enough is enough, no more, this is no longer serving. Maybe it was never serving, but we didn't have that awareness until now. Yeah, emotions are energy in motion, and this is how we understand that vulnerability is power. Our emotions serve us, they guide us, they give us wisdom, clues, keys, you know, in order to move forward. Trusting that inner call, trusting what we are feeling, knowing that we don't avoid emotions, we don't bypass, right? It's eyes wide open, awake, aware. And we also understand that we don't have to allow that emotion to consume us. We can see our humanness going through this grief while simultaneously understanding at a soul level it's for our benefit. Let's tap in with our work your light deck here. Can't decide. I've got all the decks out. Anything else on protecting the egg? Walking away from the status quo, being willing to blaze our own path, being willing to go it alone if we have to. Belonging, the original light workers. I love how these cards are matching. We got like a color scheme going on today. I guess I wore the right shirt. But yeah, and also blue and green I'm seeing. So throat chakra, speak up, and you know, green is heart chakra. Speak from your heart, speak your truth bravely and freely. And a reminder, if you're longing for home, you feel like you don't fit in, you feel like you shouldn't be here, a reminder you chose to be here for this, even if you don't remember, and what you're actually longing for is a deeper connection with yourself. Beauty and devotion. Priestess, mystic teacher, this is that rise of the divine feminine. This is leading by example, walking the talk. Hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here, friend. Allowing our energy to do what words cannot, to reach where words cannot. Seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. Yeah, understanding it's all for our benefit, even those uncomfortable moments. And oftentimes the things that were the most uncomfortable provided the most growth for us. So how could we ever resent that? Warrior woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Yeah, a reminder you are here for this. What you feel inspired to do is not a coincidence. It's not by chance. What you feel called to do, know that there is already a group of souls that are seeking what you're here to share, and you wouldn't feel desired, called to share it if it wasn't needed, necessary, your next step. Let's get one affirmation for us. And if you, like I said, you can join the Patreon community. Link for that is all over. If you want longer messages, further messages, and you get access to all of my messages and content, not just my most recent one. I'm available for personal readings. You could work with me one-on-one. If you want access to the Inside Out Living Guide that I created, drop a comment, let me know, and I'll be in touch. And as always, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your healing, and thank you for your contribution to the collective. Know that it does matter. My heart is open to receiving love. Yeah, that's that. Speaking our truth, speaking our heart-centered truth freely. This is beautiful. Two of Cups. Unions, you know. We did all this healing work individually, but know that you aren't, you know, we aren't meant to be isolated forever. It was so we could call back those soul fragments and come into alignment with who we truly are. So when we come together with these unions in these communities to build the new, it's from a place of authenticity. We're able to build and connect with another while maintaining our sovereignty, right? Like we're done with those codependent cycles. We no longer get lost in another just because we are partnering with them. We can remain two healthy, whole individuals, and then join, come together, connect by way of choice and not for need or expectation, because then that leads to resentment, blame, and inflicting more wounds. We are learning to come together so we can see each other from the lens of love, see each other all as divine aspects of the one source, and so we give love. We learn to give ourselves love, and so we can give that externally as well. So with that, I'm sending so much love, and I will see you all soon. And as always, if you're needing something, please reach out. Wishing you a beautiful remainder of the week, weekend, all the things.